When I first moved to Indiana, the work I had been doing prior to this time was mostly portraiture, and I had a better handle on that when I knew the people that I was photographing, but I didn't really know anybody here, and it was a huge change for me. I had come from, I was living in Boston, Massachusetts at the time, and moved to Indiana, and was the only woman on the faculty, and I was younger than everybody else, and so it was a huge series of changes, and I didn't know anybody. And so I started doing self-portraits, which I think was a good way for me to kind of work through some of the changes that I felt and some of the insecurities that I was having about my decisions. 2 years after I came, I actually was able to buy a house, or 3 years. And that gave me a new place to work and photograph people, and so I would bring people in and use some of the rooms in the house. And then I got kind of intrigued by the architectural qualities. So I started photographing my house, and then I started photographing other people's houses, and I got really interested in architecture. And so I was selling a lot of this work, and it became somewhat mechanical. I had been doing hand coloring, and I started to feel like I was really in a rut. So I wanted to try something really different. I decided to do something that was pretty much out of my comfort zone, which was to work more with still life objects, but I didn't want to do still life in the traditional sense, so I was laying objects down and photographing them on flat surfaces for the most part. You know, people started asking me in the 2000s why I was still using film when digital was available. And I think this is a film piece, and this is a film piece, and I think certain film works better for some things, digital works better for other things. Antique processes work better for some things. You know, some things are better with black and white, some things are better with color. And those are not choices that should be dictated by somebody who's decided that digital is the new thing and we should get rid of the darkroom. When I was on sabbatical in 2017, I did a series of images that were where I cut up other images and pieced them together, collage style. And so this one has 3 different images in it. What was intriguing to me is how comfortably they fit together. And then this was my final piece, which is leaving on the steps of Fairbanks Hall.